Welcome everyone, I am One True Brick, coming at you with another LEGO Exo-Force review. Today, we will be looking at set number 8114, the Chameleon Hunter. It was released in 2008, contained 188 pieces, and retailed for approximately $15. Unfortunately, as is the case with a lot of the battle machines for this year, in particular the human battle machines, there is a pretty significant price markup, in my opinion at least, considering the age and number of parts in this set. You will be hard-pressed to find it for anything less than $25 on either eBay or Bricklink. So, let's just jump right into the review. As you can see, the design of this set incorporates a multiple shades of same color design to the build, kind of this gradient look across the build that includes both dark green, kind of this medium, a lot of people call it mata green, and then this lime green as well. And something to note is this piece up here, this spike, is typically a dual injected color mold. You will see it in the Dark Panther with a base of purple and a tip of yellow, or in the Storm Lasher with a base of black and a tip of yellow. But this one is in fact dual injected, but they just decided to do the same color for both halves of it. You may be able to see when I hold it up close that there is a very slight tint change because the main part of it is hard plastic and the top part is soft plastic, so figured I'd mention that. But there is a very nice color scheme to this build. However, I don't really feel like it made sense for Hikaru to have this color of battle machine. Well, the fact that it's the Chameleon Hunter really does fit with Hikaru's theme, being that his first battle machine was the Stealth Hunter and meant for stealth. This battle machine has the ability to turn invisible to the naked eye and I believe to radar as well. Every single other character within the story of this year has a color that fits for their character. Hayato's is red, his hair is red, and as well as a lot of his previous battle machines have included red within them. Takeshi's is yellow. There's just about every battle machine that he's had prior has had some aspect of yellow included in it. But Hikaru and Ryo really feel like, in my opinion, they should have been switched. Ryo's battle machine is blue, the hybrid rescue tank is blue. Hikaru has had blue battle machines in the past, and Ryo has had green battle machines in the past. So I feel like this really is a little bit of a breakup from the typical color scheme, but I guess it's fine. So this battle machine is the first of the two human battle machines that have a new core build to them. That being this kind of this build that includes this ratcheting piece in the center, followed by this core that is taken from a TIE fighter. I don't know if it's ever been included in a set prior to that, but it's most recognizable to me as the base to the TIE fighter wings. And then back here it has sockets and attaches to this same design that we saw in the River Dragon, with this long sticking out part, followed by an axle sticking through the center of this ball joint part. So I really like how they've incorporated this new design but still made it different enough from the River Dragon and Assault Tiger to be its own thing. It still has the same core build, but at the same time it's different. Something to note about this build, because of the nature of the attachment down here with those pins going into this part, you get a more vertical design than you typically do. Normally you would see the studs being faced horizontally from side to side and kind of building parts this way, not so much building on top, so you have a lot less SNOT, snot design, studs not on top. And it definitely gives a different look to the battle machine. It's more enclosed, kind of like what you'd visualize a plane's cockpit to being rather than the typical mech design. And I actually really like how they've changed things up for this build. It makes it new and interesting. So one thing that I really like about this set, and just in general of the 2008 sets, is they make really nice use of slopes, both new and old. So as you can see here, we've got a lot of slopes making up this foot, giving it this kind of shape, both upward slopes and downward slopes. And then you also see the use of these new, a lot of people call them cheese slopes. They're 1x1 short slopes. And then also these kind of graded slopes. All of them form together to give it a lot more rounded and geometric look in comparison to past years where it's been really one or the other combined with more of a boxy appearance. So I really appreciate the shape that is given to these sets. So let's take a look at the functionality. Aside from having the articulation given in the ankles, knees, hips, and upper arms, mind you, something that should be noted, because of the way that this set is designed, you once again get this lack of an elbow. And with the smaller sets, while it is frustrating to me, I can look past it a little bit more. With these larger sets, in past years, we have gotten elbow joints, so I really feel like these sets really should include elbow joints. If anything is going to get it, the sets that already had the characters that already have them, and the fact that they're $15 sets, and previous $15 sets have included this form of articulation, these sets should definitely have them. Aside from those points of articulation, by the way, some of which have been replaced by ball joints, where in the past they haven't been ball joints, most notably the ankles. There's this kind of spinning claw weapon. It's supposed to be some sort of electrical weapon that when attached or grabbing onto something can kind of short circuit it. Then you've also got a flamethrower off the side here and a couple of rockets on the shoulders. Finally, and the most notable of which is the 2008 gimmick, including the mini robot. So right here, there is a rod that sticks through, and I like the design of this a lot better than the River Dragon because you don't lose the entire arm. You still have this kind of core flamethrower design. Legs come out here, fold up. They've got a couple blades right here. Now, I tend to fold mine a little differently than is shown in the instructions because I like it to look a little bit more subverted. The way they have it is you just stick it on like this, and I feel like it makes it a little too obvious, but there you go. There's a little mini robot drone that can go out and hunt down robot battle machines or do reconnaissance or scout, etc. And yeah, that's pretty much the entirety of that particular aspect of the design. There's not really anything to note. I think it's one of the better incorporations of it. I think it's one of the more subverted ones out of all of them. Finally, you can open up the cockpit here and get to Hikaru's character. Hikaru also gets a new torso print, as he should. And as you can see there, it is kind of has this, if I can get to focus, this blue and white kind of camo core with some armor over the top, and a belt right there with the logo for the Air Force team of Exo-Force. And once again, he does have the double-sided head, but same head and hair mold as in the past, and I guess that's to be expected. I guess part of me wishes the final year they would have incorporated some sort of new hair mold for all the characters, but what are you going to do? Something to note, as well as the fact that that's kind of loose on there. There are these two pieces of equipment. There's the antenna and this kind of like sonar dish that pops up off the top. And as you can imagine, they are pretty fragile. It's very easy to accidentally knock them off. These rockets also are relatively easy to knock off. This is probably one of the more fragile builds within this particular year. I've also noted that these parts down here have a tendency to get broken off very easily because it's only got a couple points of contact, but I do think they could have rectified everything up here. These, not so much. There's not a whole lot you can do to secure those slopes more than they already are. But I do wish antenna were considered to be a little bit more important so that LEGO could attach them on easier. In fact, this one is perfectly set up. All you need is a plate with a clip coming off the side to be right stacked on top of this brick right here, and it would clip right onto the antenna and hold it in place. Same for the other side. So, LEGO, why you no do? But yeah, one other thing. I don't have the instructions on me right now, but there is a combination model that you can do with the Chameleon Hunter and Assault Tiger. I will make sure to have the picture of that when I do the Assault Tiger review. But that allows you to combine it into kind of this larger battle machine as well. So, with that, I will see you guys next week when I take a look at the Dark Panther. We're taking a look at the only $15 set for the robot lineup this year, or the only one that was released. Stay tuned for a special review in a few weeks for a set that was never released. Once again, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye! I love the spike design of this set. There are spikes just about everywhere. There are claws on the front, there are claws up here.